Oh, there we go. Okay, it just started.
Okay. See how long it's doing.
It says preparing stream. Okay. Well, we're live.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Good start.
we're
We'll
we're
see how long it
live
lasts.
allegedly. 17 minutes late.
Technical difficulties happen to the best of us.
Technology can actually just fuck off.
Not really. Live time, Peterson just got selected.
Okay, so Devonta and Peterson are off the board, 1 and 2, which we expected. So we didn't really miss anything, honestly. Robert, I figured you'd come in here spreading the gospel of Isaiah Nelson. You said you would in the comments earlier, so I'm not surprised by that.
Good to see you.
Skyler, what up? Sorry we're late. We'll just blame Gabriel.
Blame me. Blame Wi-Fi. Come on now.
Well, just no. I like finding reasons to blame other people, so I like that idea. All right.
Whatever floats your boat. As long as the stream stays on, I'm fine with it, to be honest.
Facts. Facts. Welcome, Skyler. Welcome, Robert. Anyone else who's here?
Welcome in, Thunder Nation.
Anyone else who's here? We are watching along with everything right here at the NBA draft. Pick 3.
Got the Grizzlies on the clock.
Dude, I can't believe that after all that, look at me sound like Karl Anthony Towns. After all that,
that's hilarious.
After everything, it still took the Wizards freaking 8 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they waited for someone to try to give them an offer for the first pick. Like, I'm so confused. It took them longer than the Jazz pick.
One of my unpopular opinions that I have, I think that, and I talked about this today on my other job that I do. I have a local radio show here in Stillwater that I do. One of my things I talked about, I was like, listen, for all these first overall picks, NFL draft, NBA draft, whatever, they shouldn't even be allowed to be on the clock. You had months.
Yeah, it should take you 10 seconds. I thought
literally,
the same thing
they shouldn't
before.
even get a countdown. You just have to have your pick in by the start of the draft, and when it's done,
that's when the draft starts, basically.
The commissioner walks up there and says, all right, welcome into the draft. We're going to be kicking this thing off. First overall pick goes to the Washington Wizards, and they select AJ Devonta. You know what I mean? Why do you?
Yeah, it makes so much more sense.
Why do you need 7 more minutes to decide who you're taking once the clock reaches 7 o'clock after knowing what pick you have for over a month?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look
so I'm saying, mind you, the Wizards haven't played meaningful basketball in 7 months, so it's like they should have had their guy established.
So Memphis has their pick in already, and it took them hardly any time. The Calendrome, what's up? Welcome, Andrew. Let's go. If everyone's fired up, spam Thunder up in the chat. Spam Thunder up in the chat. Thunder got picks 12 and 17. These are our top 5 guys right now in terms of just best players available for the Thunder, realistically. Gabriel, you're going to be proud of me. Look.
Well, we got the full list now. We got the fixed list. Let's see it.
I didn't forget Dalen Swain now.
Gotta have him on the board, yeah. So when he gets picked, we can take credit for it. We don't want to look like we don't know who he is.
Dude, I love Dalen Swain, low key. Genuinely, I saw
him
somebody
at 17.
On Twitter,
that's phenomenal.
I saw somebody on Twitter say the other day that they think that the Thunder are going to take Swain at 12.
That would be interesting. And also, in my opinion, it would depend on who else gets drafted. I think the Axel would have to be gone for that to happen for sure. I would almost argue Morez Johnson would also have to not be there.
Yeah. No,
I think if we sit at 12, I think Mara will already be drafted.
Most likely. Yeah, Skylar, let's not bluff anybody. We know it takes them so long so they can get more TV ads in, obviously. without a doubt. Without a doubt. No guards. Yeah, I mean, fair. I don't know. I had somebody in our comment section of our video earlier today that was saying, oh, you need to go based off of fit instead of best player available. I will die on the hill that you draft the best player available, especially if you have a top 12 pick.
Yeah.
Get whoever the best player is every time.
Yeah, and especially if you're the Thunder, because I feel like even if they're going to move up, because there's a chance, there's been talks, rumors that they are the team that might jump into the top 10, especially if you're trading out, you get the best possible guy. So I kind of hope that they take that route as well. and they have a 17th pick. So if they do go guard, like someone like Burries falls to them, or someone along those lines at 12, you grab that best player, and then you can get a big like Clayton's at 17. You can get Swain, like a bigger guy like Swain, a bigger wing at 17. That could fill out different roles. So I like the idea, especially with the 12th pick, grab the best guy on the board. We can kind of go with fit more for the 17th.
So things are not gonna really heat up until the Clippers are on the clock at pick 5. That's just the way this is gonna go. I mean, 1 through 4 is consensus.
Almost set in stone, yeah.
Consensus, yeah. You may as well have that shit chiseled in with the fucking 10 Commandments on or the Rosetta Stone or whatever the hell. Like Devonta, Peterson, Boozer's about to get picked by Memphis, I'm guessing.
Yep, I would assume so. And Wilson will be after him.
Yep, there's Cam Boozer getting drafted 3rd overall to the Grizzlies.
There it is.
And then 4th is going to be Wilson. And then from there, that's when the draft really starts, like genuinely.
Yeah, for sure. I 100% agree.
With the Clippers at pick 5, that's when things are going to get really, really interesting. And it depends on if they decide they want to go with Keaton Wagler at 5.
Or Mikal Brown.
Or if they want to go with Mikal Brown. Like, I think they're going to be between those two guys. If they take Mikal Brown, that's when we could potentially watch for the Thunder to move up to pick 6 and go get Wagler. That would be like the most aggressive move the Thunder could make in this draft, is moving up to 6 and getting Wagler. If Wagler goes 5, I don't see the Thunder trading up any higher than 9 with Dallas.
I would agree. And if they're trading up to 9, hopefully it's for a guy like Yaxel, and they're just kind of worried about the Bucks or maybe even the Warriors taking him at the 10-11 pick. But if they jump to 9, you also have to consider the possibility that they are going for Amen, a guy who's like more high upside, and they're seeing their guy in there and taking that jump like for that reason. So it'll be interesting to see for sure. It's going to be a lot of read and react for Sam Presti, especially with, like you said, starting with the Clippers pick. We're just going to have to see where this draft goes, especially if the Nets are willing to make that move back in the draft.
All right, so here, I'm getting this all I'm going to try to get this loaded in here to keep up with all the players getting picked and when they get picked and whatever else. So let's see how this looks. If this looks stupid, then I'll redo it. Of course, it's going to be just like the wrong size. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do about that. But those are the
what are we thinking?
Orders. Those are the orders.
What are we thinking, Thunder Nation? We trading up in this draft, or we staying still? Got the first 3 on there, yes sir.
So
the prospects on there.
Peterson, Boozer.
Yep. Fair cut and dry at this point.
Yep. There were some thoughts that like the Bulls may try to trade back. Like, did you see some of those?
I did, but I don't think they do. I think Wilson not only is a very good talent, but I also think he kind of fits alongside with Giddey as like a score first slasher, and Giddey's more of a playmaker. So I kind of like the idea of that pairing as well. So it makes sense for them to grab Wilson.
Think about this for Chicago. I mean, I was sitting there kind of trying to think about what the hell the reasoning for having Chicago as a 3rd team in that trade was for Brooklyn.
They grabbed Claxton.
Yeah, because they just like sent Claxton. They just sent Claxton to the Bulls, and like I didn't see the Bulls give up really anything in return. So I'm like, okay, what was the
I was
point
kind
of
of thinking the same thing. And it's like, you're the Nets. Like, you just drafted 5 rookies last year, so I have a hard time, even while you're holding MPJ's contract and now Randall's. Like, I still don't think that they would have very big salary problems just because they have so many rookie deal guys, and they're going to be bringing in another one tonight. So I was kind of thinking the same thing along those lines. And like we talked about in our video yesterday, it does put them in a position where they need a big man. And when you're in that heavy guard territory with the Wagler, the Mikal Brown, and you're sitting with that 6th pick, it makes it so much more possible for them to trade back. So I'm very interested to see how they move at the 6th pick. Even though we don't know who the Clippers are going to pick at 5, we assume it's going to be one of Mikal Brown or Wagler. Nets at 6, no clue what's going to happen. That's where the real chaos is going to start in this draft.
So the Bulls pick is in. I mean, again, this feels like the last obvious pick that we have. This feels like the last obvious pick that we have. They're showing him right now on the screen, Caleb Wilson. When they do that, if the Bulls get Caleb Wilson, their front court is complete for a while. Like, they've got Claxton, they've got Wilson, and they're going to have Giddey as long as they keep him around. I don't know. I've heard reports that they may move on from him at some point. But yeah, welcome into the stream, everyone. David, heard Charlotte's trying to trade up ahead of OKC. Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know. My only question would be who is going to trade their pick back to Charlotte. You know what I mean? Like the Bucks have pick 10 and they want to use that pick because they want to stock up on young assets.
But now they also have the 13th pick. So maybe they do want to move one of those picks.
So that's why like if they're not in love with somebody at 10, they move back 3 spots and they give Charlotte pick 10. Then there's the Warriors at 11. I think the Warriors, they like Yaxel. Like if there's a team that's going to take Yaxel before the Thunder, I think it's going to be Golden State.
I don't disagree with that at all. Unless, of course, Milwaukee scoops him before they even get the chance. But I do think there's a good possibility Golden State.
Milwaukee has the luxury. Milwaukee has the luxury now that they're on a timeline where they can commit to a project player that like doesn't have to be a superstar year one, doesn't have to be solidified, even like league ready year one. If they've got 2 picks as well, like what's stopping them from at pick 10 taking Ament, who's a project player, super high ceiling, and then at 13 they, decide to go with a more safe type of player depending on who's there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they have, if they got Ament, that'd be very interesting. I mean, they just brought in Ousmane Dieng from us, and they kind of have a little bit of a similar play style, if you will. So we'll see how that pairing works for Milwaukee. But we can talk about the Giannis trade a little bit while we're killing time here.
Yes.
I think the Bucks made out pretty good, dude. They got Hawkes, they got Ware, who I think Ware is a very, very solid player, and then they have Hero. So you have a guy who is right now a good NBA player, and then you get 3 firsts with it, and in Miami's case,
right,
you just shipped out your whole team for him. So it's what are you building around him besides Bam?
Yeah, there goes Caleb Wilson, number 4.
There we go. My guy.
So where is... Hold on, I had something in here.
This is where it gets interesting, chat. Number 5.
I thought I had the Giannis trade in here. Here, I'll put it up in here. I'll put the Giannis trade up in here so we can just, all see it. Yeah, Caleb Wilson goes 4, and now this is where the draft really starts.
Yep.
This is where shit actually gets, really, really real. Genuinely. Okay, so
if you call it now, who are they going? I think they go Mikal Brown.
I think they go Mikal Brown, too. I honestly, and I hope they go Mikal Brown.
It gives us a chance to move up. If Wagler was our guy, it gives us the chance to move up. So I'm with that.
Okay, so if you just missed it, if you're just hopping in, Caleb Wilson just went 4th overall. But here's this Giannis trade. Okay, so Giannis and Bobby Portis to Miami. And then the Heat send Tyler Hero back to his local area. I watched him play high school ball when I was in, kind of that same... I grew up in Wisconsin. So I watched Tyler Hero play. He's going back near home. Kel'el Ware, who I really like. Hawkes, Jacksonius, 3 first-rounders, including number 13. So that trade right there, I think that this is the most egregious trade in the NBA from lopsidedness for the long term since the Thunder Clippers trade. I think that the Bucks got an absolute haul for Giannis.
Yeah. I agree because you would think that the Bucks were the ones who had their backs against the wall. You knew Giannis wasn't going to play there next year. You would have thought that they would have had to take a little bit of a lesser package, but they made out so good, dude.
Dude, it was insane.
And my thing with the Heat is one, you weren't you haven't been in the Eastern Conference Finals since you had Jimmy. So it's your team structurally wasn't even that great to begin with. And then you sacrifice the structure that you do have to basically just hope that the Giannis and Bam pairing is just going to overwhelm teams in the front court.
For real.
So I'm just I don't like how they did that. They really gave up a lot. They're going to have to grab a guard early in this draft that is going to also have to make immediate impact. So it'll be interesting.
So these next 2 picks, if you're just joining in or if you guys are curious more, these next 2 picks, aside from the Thunder's picks, I've been the most intrigued at what's happening at 5 and 6 because this is the tone setter for the rest of the lottery. These picks right here are going to tell us everything. The Clippers got literally gifted a lottery pick.
Yeah, Indiana's pick, yeah.
After the Pacers, I guess, did something to piss off the league office, they got their pick yoinked. The Clippers suddenly get pick number 5. They can go anywhere they want. They apparently like Mikal Brown, and they like Keaton Wagler. Then you've got Brooklyn, who, I mean, it's the Nets. Like, they find ways to fuck things up every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I said this to you the other day. Like, for the Nets front office, it's been this way since the beginning of time. Like, whatever the Nets think is the right thing to do, they should just do the exact opposite of it. Like, every time.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Every time.
I wouldn't be surprised they use the 6th pick, maybe like draft Ahmed, and that would also like confirm like that he is such like a high ceiling but low floor player, and like he's just gonna fall.
Dude, I would love that.
Brooklyn drafts him. It's just like guaranteed.
The Nets taking Ahmed at 6 is my dream, because if they did that, it takes the possibility of Ahmed off the table for Presti, and it sets the rest of those really good players that we see around that same area. It pushes them back a pick to the point where the Thunder may not have to move to get one of their guys at 12.
Yeah, exactly. That gives us like the possibilities, because we were talking about like we were a little bit less on Mara stock because of him likely being the first center off the board. Brooklyn now needs a big. What if that just pushes all the bigs in the draft forward? Well, if they don't go that route, then we still have the possibility of taking a big, our choice of a center at the 12th pick without trading up, or we just have a guard fall into our laps that was supposed to be taken higher. It would be one or the other, so it would be phenomenal.
I mean, if you end up
either way.
Here's mine and Gabriel's list comprehensively. Like, we've got the Michigan duo of Yaxel and Morez as our 2 best fits for the Thunder. Wagler at 3 as like the pipe dream. This is all going to depend on what's going to happen in a few seconds here with Los Angeles, depending on if they take Wagler or not. I still love Breeden Burries, and if the Nets were to speed things up, or if they were to push things back, I guess I should say, by taking Ahmed, there could be a potential that Burries sits there for you at 12. And if he's there at 12, I'm picking him immediately. Like, I'm taking 10 seconds, and I'm turning in my envelope and saying, give me Breeden Burries right now. Even though
if they go Burries at 12, but then you can go Quaintance at 17. There's a whole load of possibilities that it goes. And
there's
then also
Steinbach, there's Steinbach who's there potentially at 17. There's Isaiah Nelson, who you could use at some point in this draft. I mean, there's the possibilities are endless, right? So
yeah, we just need Brooklyn to fall on their faces, and they're very good at that. So
yes.
we just need them to do their thing.
Yeah.
They did it 5 times last year in the draft, so we just need it once this year.
Brian Windhorst said that the Heat are on the same level as the Spurs with the Giannis trade. Brother, I'd love to know who Wendy's fucking drug dealer is. They don't have
like an abomination of a take. Like, that is so bad.
They don't have a ball handler, and they
I was
also
about
don't
to
have
say
a
that.
bench. They don't have a bench.
They got Bobby Portis now, bro. He can run the point. Why not?
Like, are they just
headband Bobby?
Are they just saying that Giannis and Bam are just gonna play hero ball for fucking 100 games?
No, I don't know, dude. And also with Bam.
Oh, here we go. Okay, here's the Clippers pick. Ready?
What's it?
This is big.
So this is going to be Keaton Wagler. This is Wagler, I think so.
Adam Silver, NBA commissioner.
Wagler's gone. Wow. Wagler goes 5th. Okay. Well,
this gets
that
interesting, man,
things.
and not in the best of ways. But that really, to me, put like the earliest we're trading up now will be 9. That is almost a guarantee.
Oh, I
with the
completely agree.
We shouldn't jump to 6, because if we jump to 6, like, who realistically are you even looking at?
So, like, Keaton Wagler goes 5th to Los Angeles. They were between Mikal Brown and Keaton Wagler, and they decided to go with the smooth as silk guard out of Illinois. I love Keaton Wagler's game, genuinely. Like, if he could have been a Thunder, I would have fallen in love, and you guys would have fallen in love with this kid. Like, here's the little write-up that I did, or the graphic that I made on him. 3-point sniper, absolutely insane ball handler, efficiency to the max. I mean, Wagler, he was 5'6" when he was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
He was 5'6", which means that he was small. So he had to rely on his handle, on his shot making, on his tight dribble, and his quickness to get him open looks. Well, now he's 6'5". So like the dude is grown over a foot in 4, 5, 6 years, whatever it may be. And like, so he has the size now that he can bully people a little bit, but he also still has like that same kind of play style of somebody who is just trying to make their way as somebody smaller, like the smallest person on the court. So Wagler kind of has it all there. He was a 40% three-point shooter. Bro, I loved Wagler. if he would have stayed on the board after 5, I would have been kind of really watching to see if the Thunder might have made a move up to 6 with Brooklyn. But now that's not on the table for me anymore. Wagler's gone. The Nets are going to have their pick. Sacramento's going to go. You're going to have a few more down the line. And then, I mean, the earliest I see the Thunder moving up, like you just said, is pick 9 with Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting.
Wagler
I
just
mean,
went
like,
5th.
yeah, that was the best case scenario for him, was going 5th. For us, definitely didn't want to see that. I wanted to at least see if there was a possibility we were going to move up to 6, grab him, and Presti's had his eye on the guy. He is like a Thunder-type talent. He does everything on the floor. He's a plus defender. Like you said, a shooter. So he could impact day 1, puts the ball on the floor nicely. But now we have to see how far Mikael Brown is going to slide, which is something that's going to be interesting here. Because while I see he does have crazy upside, Wagler has like an all-star floor in my opinion. So it's going to be on to these other teams on how they evaluate Brown, because I could see a lot of different, like, people putting a lot of different pins on him for how good he is, because he was hurt a lot at Louisville. So we'll see.
Yeah, this was big right here. That Wagler going 5th, that's going to set off a chain reaction now for the next few picks. Let's see some of our chats. Silvini, who do you think is the next Thunder player that's going to get traded? Isaiah Joe. I think Isaiah Joe is going to be a similar move to the Aaron Wiggins trade, where you are salary dumping. You're not going to get an insanely impressive haul unless you package him with something in this draft or with a guy like a Lou Dort. I don't know. But Isaiah Joe, he's the next one I'm going to watch to go. He's making like $11 million next year. That would get the Thunder down inside of $8 million with the second apron threshold. So I think Isaiah Joe is going to sadly have to be the next one to go. Adaimara is your pick to go 6 to Brooklyn. I mean, that's the thing. Like, they don't have a big man. Like, they don't have one.
They're in such a bad spot because this is guard territory. Like, if they wanted to do that, they should be trading back to 8
But the
or 9.
Nets, like, this is my argument for drafting best player as opposed to the best need. Now, the Nets need both. Like, the Nets, they went 0 for 5 with the first round picks last year. Like, they went 0 for 5, genuinely. And so with that in mind, like, they don't have a team identity. They don't have an immediate future. Like, does drafting a player that fits a need really do that much for you? Like, okay, like, yeah, you can get a center, but, like, what kind of impact is he going to have if your guard play and your wing play is terrible? You know what I mean? So, like, if they want to go based on fit, sure, they could reach for Mara, 3 or 4 picks ahead of where he may be supposed to go. But for me, like, Brooklyn is still in such a weird spot that they're not going to be competing anytime soon, that they should just go get the best player they can.
No, I 100% agree, because, like, you grab a center, you're basically implying that you're going to be, like, drafting positionally for the next however many years. And what if next year you're in the same type of boat where now we need a guard and there's a bunch of centers on the board? Because then you just screwed yourself over twice. So, no, I 100% agree. You're right.
You draft the best basketball player that you see, and you make it work from there. And the Nets need to make a lot work. So, like, they can be flexible. It's not like you're going to be worrying about your lottery guard if they end up getting Mikael Brown or if they end up going with Flemings or something. Like, if you go with one of those guys, you're not going to be saying, oh, okay, but we already have Danny Wolf. Like, bro, give me a break. Give me a break.
No, you're 100% right.
Sutton, welcome into the stream. David, welcome in. I know you've already been here. Skylar, you've been here since the beginning. D, all y'all, let us know you're here. Let us know you're here. Pick is in.
We're halfway to our
Brooklyn.
time, so.
Pick
They
is
did
in
not
for
trade the
Brooklyn.
pick, so let's see who we're going with. Who is going to be the first bust of the 2026 NBA draft is basically what we're about to see.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed flop when it's the Nets. I mean, like, they just can't do it, man.
Here comes Nate Ahmed. I'm speaking it into existence.
Dude, I will actually.
That would be phenomenal, dude.
Dude,
it would
I'll
be amazing.
strip naked and run around my room if that happens.
Because that
All right,
almost
here we go.
guarantees that we get one of the top 3 people we have on our board. Well, besides because Will Wagler's already drafted. The Michigan guys.
They got Mikael Brown. All right.
I mean, I applaud them for not going center at least. I will give them that.
I do too.
But I will say they grabbed a guy who's, I would say his floor is pretty unknown. And let's face it, the Nets aren't the best at developing prospects. So he's going to have to really be a baller to succeed out there. So best of luck to him.
All right, Mikael Brown goes 6. Here, I'm going to let my cat out 1 second.
Gotcha. What we think in Thunder Nation? We trading up to 9, 10, or are we sitting at 12, making that pick? Hopefully, Axel slides to 12.
Okay. Mikael Brown goes 6. I mean, if you were to tell me those are the first 6 guys to go off, like, that would be...
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Like, that would be
I
like
just thought
the
they would have
safe-
flipped the 2 guards.
Yeah, like, that would be the safe route that things are going to go. So, Mikael Brown goes 6th. Here, I can add the junior in. I don't want to be disrespectful to Mikael Brown Sr.
Pops finally made the league, yeah. Dream
Let's
coming
go,
true.
man.
Ripe age of like 50.
I mean, shit, they may take Mikael Brown Sr. to help him out in Brooklyn. Brother.
Knowing them, that's gonna be their second round pick probably.
They
He's a
might.
sleeper.
Yeah, they're going to ask Mikael. They're just going to say, you know what? We're leaving. Like, their front office, they're just going to leave and go home. And they're just going to, like, give Mikael, like, the logins to everything and say, okay, you just draft whoever the hell you want, bro. Like, honestly.
Honestly, dude, but like, tell me that wouldn't almost work out better than
Literally.
their front office making the pick. So it is what it is.
So the
But
Thunder
Thunder
are
Nation, this is good for
halfway-
us.
So the Thunder are halfway to their pick at 12. And of our top 15 prospect fits, realistically, for OKC, the only one that is gone is Keaton Wagler,
Number 3.
who is number 3
Yep.
on our list. He just went with pick 5 to the Clippers. I think they made the right pick. I like Wagler more than Brown.
I do too. I agree. But this is
So,
phenomenal for us, dude, because this almost guarantees that we can get a quality center at 17. Because they didn't take Mara, it's going to push all the centers back. This
Yeah.
almost guarantees that we could get, like, Morez, we could get Quaintance, we could get Mara at 12. Like, we can get a big that we want without trading up, which is what I was hoping would happen, and we didn't get tempted to move up.
Okay, so Sacramento, it took them less than 90 seconds for their pick to be.
They knew who they wanted. Their guy slid. Who we think it is?
They did that fast.
It's not. Do you think it's Darius? Do you think it's Darius, bro?
I think it is. Like, I think Acuff goes 7, and then I think Flemings goes 8 to Atlanta.
I would agree with that. I don't think they would have. I don't think they would have fell in love with Kingston Flemings that hard that they would have picked him that fast. I can
don't
see
think
them
so.
falling in love with Acuff. So I think that's who it's gonna be. But we're gonna figure it out in just a few seconds here. So
Yes, we are. Sutton, you think we could just give him Isaiah Joe for pick 8 straight up? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. Let's do it. I love that idea. Let's just call up Atlanta. I mean, then just say, hey, we cut you a deal on giving you Aaron Wiggins. We gave you the man who saved basketball. We'll give you Isaiah Joe. You just want to slide us pick 8 real quick?
yeah, you guys can have like a good little part of our team. You know what I'm saying? We got a ring a little bit
We'll
back.
We'll give you our 2 role players that were phased out of our playoff rotation, and just take your top 10 pick from you and like call it a day.
Both got their playoff minutes snatched by Jared McCain and stuff.
Hell yeah,
but-
man. If Acuff falls to 9, does OKC trade up and take him?
I hope not. I don't think. I don't like
I would
that.
say no. I would say no.
Because what's your reason? I'll go after you if you want to say your reason first.
I don't think that Acuff impresses me enough to trade up and create a logjam at point guard or in like the ball handling department. Like, I don't think he's worth it enough to do that. Like, if you're trading up to 9, I would rather have 3 or 4 separate guys at pick 9 than Acuff. Like, I would want Burries at 9. I'd rather him because he's like a better specialty shooter, I feel like, than Acuff is. I would rather Mara at 9 if he's there. I would rather even just reach and go get Yaxel at 9 than getting Acuff, to be honest with you.
My reason why is because I think we can both agree that Acuff is at his most effective when he has the ball in his hands. And
Exactly.
we just established AJ Mitchell as like our secondary ball handler, and AJ can defend. I don't think Acuff's defense is going to translate well. I think he's going to have to be hidden on defense to whatever team drafts him.
Yeah.
And OKC does not pick players that cannot defend. So I don't think he's really on the radar to start with. But 2, it'll be hard for him to find court time
Here's
as our only
Sacramento's pick.
non-defender.
Pick number 7, Sacramento.
Yeah, it's going to be.
There's Acuff.
Yep.
All right, David, so your hypothetical is out the window. Acuff just got taken at 7 by Sacramento, just kind of like we thought he would. Okay. Darius
It's going pretty
Acuff.
according to plan.
the board. Yeah, I mean, this has been a very safe draft so far.
This makes me think we're not trading up.
I mean,
because there will be a quality
going,
player at 12 that we want that fits our team.
The way things are going right now, if I had to put money on it, like if I was a betting man, I would take for the Thunder to like stay put at 12.
I 100% agree now. Because if you sit at 12, you can likely walk away with a combination of like a Yaxel and a Clayton's, or maybe even like Amara and Cameron Carr. You can get yourself your center, like your big, and fit with the team type guy that's also very good at 12. But you could flip those as well now with the way it's shaking out. So I'm very much liking the idea of them staying with the way this is kind of shook.
Between now and the Thunder's pick, there's going to be 4 more players that are taken. If you just take it at face value, if the Thunder don't trade up, there's going to be 4 more players that are taken. And on the board still right now are Yaxel, Morez Johnson, Breeden Burries, and Amara. All 4 of those guys are there.
And if you can get one of them without moving, that's a great start.
And then the other one, the one that scares us, is Nate Ahmet. We'll see where Ahmet goes.
That just made me pause. I kind of still forgot he was there.
Because if Ahmet, listen, Gabriel, I'm going to tell you right now. This is a spoiler. If Ahmet falls to 12, Sam Presti is snatching him up.
I don't disagree at all, dude. That's the problem.
I think that if Ahmet falls to 12, he will be a Thunder. For sure.
He'll bet on the upside. I don't disagree.
No doubt. So the moral of the story is this. 4 players are going to be taken before OKC comes up. You've got Yaxel, Morez, Burries, Mara, and Ahmet all still available, which means the Thunder, if they wanted, would be guaranteed to have one of those 5 players, which is what we've been talking about for weeks. Like, we've been saying, okay, these are all the names to follow. Every one of those names we've been talking about is still there, and one of them is guaranteed to go to you at 12 if you stay put there.
Right.
David, I would love for Ahmet to go to Milwaukee. I would love for Ahmet to go there because then that means you'd be guaranteed one of Yaxel, Morez Johnson, Breeden Burries, or Ed Amara. Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
100%. I agree.
I am rooting for someone to take Ahmet between now and pick 12.
I 100% agree, but I will also say I was convinced that if we were going to get Ahmet, we were going to trade up to do it. So if we don't give anything to get him, I hate it considerably less if we're not, putting a package together to move up to the 9 spot and then grabbing him. So really hope that doesn't happen. Would really, really hope that he gets picked in these next 2-3 picks here, but
that'd be great.
That would guarantee us one of our top guys. So I would be very, very happy with this.
If this absolute demon falls into our lap at 12, I will sleep like a baby tonight. Genuinely. If
100%.
If Morez Johnson is there, great. Sounds good to me. And this may be a crazy thing to say. I think Morez Johnson is more of a Wemby stopper than Daigneault.
Yeah. You made that point, and I like the agility he has. He can move with him.
Dude, his motor is crazy. And look at his wingspan. 7'3". Yeah. Like, this dude's standing reach is 8'11", and he's got a max vertical of nearly 40 inches. Like, Morez Johnson is an athletic freaking animal. Daigneault is huge. Like, don't get me wrong. Here, let me pull up his profile right here. Daigneault has a 9'9" standing reach, but he's kind of laterally slow. Like, I don't see him as somebody that could just stay keeping up with Wemby throughout the course of a game or the course of a series. Like, I think there's so much more versatility with Morez Johnson, and you look at his field goal percentage, 63%.
Right.
Morez can help you on offense too. And he's just, I love Morez Johnson. I love Yaxel Lindeborg, which is like the safe type of pick that he would be. Here's Nate Ahmet. If you guys think that's still a possibility, I mean, his shooting stats were horrible this past season at Tennessee. Like, that scares me. He's got literally all the tools. He's got all the tools to be an all-star, but his shooting percentages fell by 8 to 10% from AAU ball to his freshman year at Tennessee. I don't love to see that. So there you go. I mean, the odds would tell me that one of these guys is going to end up on the roster by the end of the night. Here's how the draft has gone down so far. I mean, as status quo as you can get. Like, quite literally, as status quo as you could possibly get. So 1 through 7 is done, and now we're just waiting. The pick is in for Atlanta.
All right. We're going to have to see what this is.
We need 3-point shooting. I mean,
I think you could also get that at 17 though. I think you can get a car at 17.
I'm more focused. I'm more focused on getting a little bit of size on the wings or down low with this first pick right here.
Right. I don't disagree at all. And to your point where you were saying about Morris Johnson earlier, I don't disagree with him being more agile. Maybe he does fit Wemby better. But he does very closely resemble Thomas Sorber. Thomas Sorber has a 7'6" wingspan. Thomas Sorber is 6'10". So it's like maybe Mara does give you a different element, a different look, a different angle to take on Wemby. So for that reason alone, I don't hate adding a 7'3" guy. I really don't.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't fault it. I mean,
if I'm not gonna, we walk away with either of them, you ain't gonna hear any complaints.
Yeah, no, listen,
especially if we're sitting at that 12 spot, not trading up to do it. Completely good.
If you take somebody from Michigan with pick 12, great. Like, yep. I'll be just
hopefully and the thing is, I would prefer Yaxel over either of them.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, like, I get why that would be the case too.
Because then you can go, like we said, Queens at 17. But if you do go big, maybe you go with, like, even Kareem Lopez at 17. Yeah. You can get wing options. That's what I like about these picks being so close together is you can kind of use them interchangeably for the need for a big and then, like, the wing fit. You can just flip them kind of based on what's going on. But Atlanta's going to make this pick, and it's going to, give us another good step into figuring this out. So let's see what's going on.
I'm expecting this to be Kingston Flemings.
Okay. I don't disagree. Dude, I'm just going to speak into existence. I'm calling it they're taking Nate Ahmed. I'm just going to speak it into existence.
Oh, dude,
we're going to hope and pray that they reach on him, and then we won't have to worry about it.
Their pick is in. We're just waiting for Silver and Yahoo. We're just waiting for Silver and Yahoo to come out to the podium. The GOAT. All right, here we go.
There we go.
Hawks pick.
All right, looks like the Atlanta Hawks selection is in.
Yep, Flemings.
Okay.
I've nailed this so far. I have nailed this.
You have. But I'm not surprised they went guard. And the reason why, actually, I'm not surprised is because they only signed C.J. McCollum to a 1-year deal after the year he had last year. That actually told me that they were going to get guard. I was kind of just hoping they went on it. But I'm not surprised that they're kind of trying to look to their next guard of the future. Shipping out Trae Young, only having 1 year on McCollum. So not super big surprise. But once again, another guard off the board. Good for us. We'll take this.
Kingston Flemings goes 8. And now here's the way the board has shook out all the way to pick 9, and
all right, it's Dallas.
The newly head coached Dallas Mavericks are on the clock. They've got Cooper Flagg that they were gifted last year. They've got Dusty May out of Michigan, mind you.
Yep.
Won a national championship for Michigan. I mean, this dude's coaching trajectory is nuts. Like, he was coaching at Florida Atlantic 5 years ago.
That is wild, dude.
And
but it just goes to show, like, what matters.
Yeah, he goes from Florida Atlantic, takes him to a Final Four, goes to Michigan, wins a national championship, churns out 3 lottery prospects that are all going out this year, and he just says, to hell with it. I'm going to the NBA with them. Takes the Mavericks job, which I think is the best job that a new head coach has taken in the NBA in several years. It's a great situation. Yeah. I really think so. Like, even though they kind of blew everything up, they got rid of Luka, they got rid of Brunson within a couple of years span. What could have been, to now, like, they're in a new era, but they've got a winning culture. They have an expectation to win, and he's got a lot of resources at his disposal. He's got a up-and-coming potential generational player in Cooper Flagg, and then whoever they take at pick 9. So my bold prediction would be that Yaxel Lindeborg goes number 9 to Dallas right now.
I mean, I could 100% see. What just happened? My laptop just shut off. Yeah, I could 100% see that happening for sure. But it would be a big blow to us. I'm not going to lie, because that would shake up how these next picks get taken. Because I also could see Milwaukee grabbing him at 10. I could see the Warriors grabbing him at 11. Every team in front of us, I could see them grabbing Yaxel if he's on the board. So whatever they do here, it's going to kind of shake up how I see what those teams are picking more than anything. Like, where's Milwaukee going to go if he's not there?
From here on out, I think we're going to see a lot of our top 15 prospect fits for the Thunder. We're going to see a lot of them get drafted from here on out. because
yes.
we were at the expectation the Thunder were going to be operating in this general area of players. And so
Yes.
all the players that we all generally looked at were guys that were mocked to go anywhere from 9 through 20, right?
Yes.
The one exception was the one guy that was taken, and that's Keaton Wagler, because the reports that the Thunder were interested in him, may try to move up to 6 if he falls past the Clippers. That didn't happen. The Clippers snatched up Keaton Wagler. They took that off the table. And so now, like, you're getting into all these guys, Yaxel Lindenberg, Morez Johnson, Braden Burries, Ade Mara, Nate Ament. Like, I would bet my house that one of those 5 guys is about to get taken by Dallas. Their pick is already in. Dude, I'm telling you, my bold prediction.
Nate Ament's season is here. Let's go, baby.
Nah, I think that this is going to be Yaxel.
It's going to be Michigan. I'd be surprised if they don't take a Michigan player. I would be.
I think it's going to be Yaxel. Like, I genuinely do.
We're about to see.
Who do I think we're getting at 17? It depends on if the pick is still there. But if it is still there, like if we decide to keep that pick and the player is still there, give me Dalen Swain literally every day of the week. I would love Dalen Swain out of Texas.
That's fair. I'm more of a car guy. You know, I'm more of a car guy because I like
Yeah.
the shooting he brings in day one. But either of them, like, they're both like big defensive physical wings. They can guard, and they're going to be immediate impact day one. So either of them, fine with me.
Fixico, welcome into the channel. Antonio Brown, bruh. Don't you got like some live streams to crash out on right now or something?
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, so the Mavericks, their pick is in. We're just waiting for them to make their pick, and then we'll be on to pick number 10. And the Thunder are sitting at 12 still right now, and no trade was just made yet. So, I mean, the Thunder, I feel like they're going to stay at 12.
I think they're out of trade range. Out of trade range at this point, especially if Yaxel gets taken, because then you don't really worry about whoever the Warriors are going to pick, I feel like, as much. You don't really worry about Milwaukee. Like, I feel like if Yaxel slips past this, maybe they're going to try to grab him before one of the other teams scoops him up. But hopefully Nate Ament is just in this mix somewhere, bro. That's like what's in the back of my head right now the entire time.
Back-to-back comments asking us about Dort. Listen, if the Thunder move on from Isaiah Joe and they're able to get Hartenstein to restructure, and they can... Oh, wait, never mind. We got to pause. This could be anything. Mavs pick 9.
Adam Silver, the commissioner, is at the podium.
Morez Johnson goes 9.
Are you serious? That surprises me, dude. They have a lot
Morez
of big guys
Johnson
on...
goes 9.
Dude, that's so
Boys
surprising.
and girls. Wow.
I'm very surprised. And the reason why I'm going to tell you is because, dude, they have bigs. They have Derek Lively. They have Daniel Gafford. They're both young. They even have Marvin Bagley, who's another footer on their roster. Compared to your wings, who are like Chris Middleton, like you have Cooper Flag, I guess, but he's like almost positionless. Like you needed a wing more. I felt like that's surprising to me. All right. First center is off the board.
That's crazy. So, okay, do you think that if Dusty May was still at Michigan, do you think that Dallas would have gotten Morez Johnson at 9?
No.
Like,
because
bro,
I don't think
they hired this man
sense for the
24
roster.
hours ago. They hired this man 24 hours ago, and they just took Morez, who of the 3 Michigan prospects, Lindeborg, Mara, and Johnson, Morez was the one that was mocked to go last of the 3, and he just went before all of them.
This gives us, I mean, this is interesting. This gives us so many more different angles to take because there's a good chance that either Yaxel or Ament is on the board when we're picking. So that's either a home run or what we kind of believe to be more of a strikeout at this point. So huge swing of events that just happened right here.
So
I'm very surprised.
Here was this report from earlier in the week. NBA Today said that Sam Presti's eyes were locked in on Morez Johnson at the draft combine, potentially taking him at pick number 12. I loved Morez Johnson, and I still do. He was number 2 on our prospect fits for OKC behind Yaxel. Morez just went with pick 9 to Dallas. So now the Bucks are on the clock at pick 10. It's going to be Milwaukee's pick, Golden State's pick, and then the Thunder's pick. And Yaxel is still available. Mara is still available. Burries is still available, and Ament is still available.
I'm getting nervous, bro. He's still there. I don't want him to be there.
Yeah, listen, everyone in chat, get ready right now, because if Nate Ament is available at pick 12, the Thunder are going to draft Nate Ament.
All I'm saying is Coach Chip better be getting doubled, his salary doubled instantly. Because Nate Ament shot 35% on wide open looks in college. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That line moves back a few more feet when you enter the association. Yeah. So that jumper's going to have to get real right, real fast for him to be an impact player. And we aren't the best three-point shooting team as it is. So I'm getting nervous, man. I didn't think he'd still be here.
That kind of threw me off. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah. But that gives – dude, we like to get Burries, though. That's very much possible, I think.
Wow. Dude,
I think he'll be on the board. I hope we don't pass him up.
If Burries is there, I want him. Hold on. I'm going to pull this up so that y'all don't see that I'm just talking out of my ass right now. Let me go find this. Hold up.
I'll see it.
You talk to chat or something. I don't know. Find something to do with chat.
All right, chat. What are we feeling right now?
I'm going to go pull
Morez
this up
is
right
gone.
Now.
First big, realistic pick possibility that we wanted Wagler, but we knew we'd have to move up to get him. Morez at 12 was the first real possibility pick that is off the board for us now. So where do we pivot from here? Who do you think is getting drafted next? This is going to be rough. Milwaukee might grab our boy Yaxel, but they might also go with Ahmed. Take that problem off our hands. So this pick will be huge for us.
Massive. Here, okay, I think I have it right in here. I have so many. I need to clean out my folders on my freaking computer, bro.
If Dort was that big-time defender, he should have done better. We cannot keep him scoring 5 points per game. Wallace needs more minutes. Great minds think alike, my man. Yeah. You're very much a man of my own heart. I need to see Cason Wallace in that starting lineup next year. I need that. So hopefully he gets that opportunity to flourish, and hopefully we get a good package for Lou Dort is what I'm going to say about that. So we'll see how this shakes out.
This is – I'm just going to use this one. Right here. It may not be polished. It just shows even more. So here, this was V1. This was V1 of my top 5 players for the Thunder. I made this back in, like, January.
Okay.
And look who's number 2.
I remember you had Burries on there. Yeah.
Look who's number 2. Breeden Burries.
He's that guy.
Number 2. And this, I slapped this together. It looked horrible. And I used it in January for like a random prospects video months before the draft. And now here we are 6 months later. And the Bucks pick is in. They went very fast with that pick. Burries could
Hopefully
be available. We are okay, guys. We're guaranteed. It is a guarantee that one of those 3 players in my original top 3, Lindeberg, Burries, Mara, it's a guarantee that one of those 3 players is available for the Thunder at 12.
Yes. Very exciting.
It's a guarantee.
Very exciting.
So here we are now.
I'm just hoping he's Nate Ahmed. I'm begging for Nate Ahmed.
Man. All right.
And like we were talking, Milwaukee can afford to go with a more project player now if they kind of reset their timeline with this Giannis trade. So hopefully they, kind of had that in their brains as well.
Yeah. Leo, I think the best possible pick at pick 17 is Dalen Swain. Let me show you Dalen Swain really quick. Hold on. I need to go get my actual graphic thing pulled up here. So the Bucks pick is in. This is their first one because they've got pick 10 and 13. I would love for them to go with a project player and get frickin' Nate Ament off the board.
Would be dream come true for us. I'm going to be serious.
Please get him off the board at 10. Here we go. 10th pick. Breeden Burries goes 10.
Dude, this isn't looking fantastic for us. But, the thing is, it's going to be so hit or miss because we're either going to get Yaxel or we're going to get Mara, which I don't mind picking Mara at 12. I sincerely would not be mad if we picked Mara at 12, but I don't know if Presti is going to be able to look past Ahmed's upside without like trading.
That's
up
my
again.
worry.
I don't know
man.
if he's going to be able to look past them, dude.
The entire league is dangling the keys in front of Presti, saying, "Look, here he is. He was a projected top 5 pick going into last year, even though he's
There's a reason that he's lived. Like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous, dude. It's gonna be so hit or miss at this point.
Damn it, man. Damn it.
Golden
damn it,
State,
damn
please
it.
take one for the team. Golden State, please take one for the
Damn
team.
it,
I'm
damn it,
begging you,
damn
bro.
it. Dude, I'm telling you right now, Golden State has been mocked with Yaxel.
They're
right
gonna
there with
take
the Thunder.
Axel, dude.
I think that Golden State's gonna take Yaxel, and the Thunder are gonna have to go between fucking Ade Mara and Nate Ahmed, man.
But like, there still is the possibility that we walk out of here with like Ade Mara and then Dalen Swain,
Okay,
which
that's
would be a
fine.
phenomenal draft.
That's
That's what I'm
fine.
saying. So like, we still have an A+ draft on the board, and we still have like probably the worst possible outcome on the board. Even though we didn't trade up to get Ahmed, I really, really did not want Ahmed because I don't see a path to him getting minutes early on this team besides literal garbage time. So this is gonna be it's gonna be so hit or miss. Warriors, please take one for us.
Yep, Warriors are on the clock, and then the Thunder are up after that. We're 2 picks away from OKC's pick. I'm done with potential prospects. I want someone that's ready now. Well, Anthony,
Yeah,
you should
Yaxel's
want,
23. He's ready to
Yeah.
go, man. He is
Anthony,
ready
you
to
should
go.
want Yaxel Lindenberg, and you should not want Nate Ahmed.
Mhm.
And here's my concern. How many stretch, athletic, guard, forward hybrids has Sam Presti drafted that have not panned out? Like guys that are humongous upside, could be incredible, and they just don't pan out. Like, I mean, I can literally think of like 5.
I mean, you're not wrong. And the thing is, usually he trades up to get those guys, is the crazy part.
Top 10 picks are in DeBonsa, Peterson, Boozer, Wilson, Wagler, Brown, Acuff, Flemings, and then the 2 that have really kind of thrown things into a bit of a tizzy here before the Thunder are up. Morez Johnson going 9, and Breeden Burries going 10. Both of those surprised me. I think that it's very telling that Dusty May, the man who coached all 3 of those Michigan prospects, if he had any sort of input into that pick there for Dallas, now that he's their head coach, it's very telling that he wanted Morez Johnson more than Yaxel Lindenberg and more than Ade Mara.
I 100% agree, and it's because, dude, I feel like he is the worst just fit for their team. Like, when you look at their roster, like, at least if you were Ade Mara, at least he's like a different type of big for them. But they have Gafford, they have Lively, they have young bigs. So it's like, it's so confusing to draft another 6'10" young big.
They did exactly what I said to do. You draft the best player available, and I guess that Dusty May, the Dallas Mavericks, they thought that Morez Johnson Jr. was the best player available at 9. Burries drops down to 10. And so, okay, let's go through this list. Here's our top 15 prospects. Morez Johnson is gone. Keaton Wagler is gone. Breeden Burries is gone. So our number 2, 3, 4 players are off the board. But number 1, Yaxel Lindenberg, is still there, as is
one
number
pick
5.
in between us and greatness.
Yeah, as is number 5, Ade Mara. There's a reason why we have Nate Ahmed at number 9 on this list, because me and Gabriel are not convinced.
Yeah, it's a fair question to ask, but there's even more questions surrounding a guy like Ahmed. So if we did, like, once again get Mara, it's at least immediate impact. You know why he'll be on the team. You know why he'll be on the floor. You know what his role is going to be. So once again, I don't mind that. And I also kind of anticipated if Mara was the guy that they wanted, like the guy that Presti identified, I thought that they would have had to trade up to get him. So especially when the Brooklyn Tizzy got with Julius Randle, where we thought they were going to take a center and they didn't. So, I mean, it's kind of shaken out where if you still get him, it's all right. But you know the Warriors aren't going to draft a center. They never do.
Any chance we take Steinbach at 12? I say no.
I don't think so as well.
I say no because you are guaranteed to have one of the Michigan duo left sitting there for you in this next pick. You're guaranteed to have either Yaxel or Ade there. at pick 12, and if one of those two guys is available, I'm taking them.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It's the guys we've been talking about. They bring not only the winning cultural fit, but they bring needed elements to our roster. So I would love having Yaxel be an immediate impact guy. He's also 23. So we saw how AJ Mitchell was able to, contribute in such a short time, being a 4-year college guy. I think Yaxel would be along those lines. And, Mara gives you just a different element of big. We saw how San Antonio kind of worked the Thunder on the glass on the inside, Wembanyama specifically. It gives you another element to throw at him. So either of those guys, I am fine with walking away at the 12th pick with.
100%. Yeah, and we are going to be finding out here soon. The pick is in for Golden State.
Nate Ament, ladies and gentlemen. Nate Ament, save us.
Golden State has made their selection at 11. We're going to get it announced, and then once that pick is announced, the Thunder will officially be on the clock.
Thunder are on the clock.
So the Thunder did not trade up in this draft like the thought was. They may try to move into the top 10. That did not happen. Those are the players that all went in their order. And Golden State is standing between the potential match made in heaven that we've all been waiting for. If Morez Johnson is gone, Yaxel Lindeborg is there. Do the Warriors take him? I think that the Warriors are more likely than not to take Yaxel Lindeborg at 11.
Don't say that, man. We got to keep a positive outlook here. They love Nate Ament there.
Oh,
he would do great in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
We're gonna see, but you don't want to keep Yaxel in the gold and blue. Come on now.
Yeah. Yep. So we're just waiting on Golden State, and then we'll know.
Pick should be in like any second. Like their time on the clock should almost be up.
It is. I mean, the pick is already in.
All right, let's see it.
I have a feeling the Warriors are about to get Mara or Yaxel. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that they will.
The real question is going to be, what happens if we do draft Nate Ament and he turns out to be like the best player of all time?
Then I'll gladly eat my
That'd be
words.
so funny.
Oh, I'll eat a massive humble pie on our videos. I'm fine.
I'd rather be wrong and him be good than us be completely correct and he be terrible.
All right, here's the pick. Golden State.
You can give some a roll to.
And how sweet that sound is, Adam Silver, the commissioner, currently announcing that the Warriors.
The Yaxel Lindeborg is gone. Yaxel Lindeborg is gone. He was just taken by
This is
Golden
nightmare
State.
fuel, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This is where we lean heavy into the Sam Presti belief, ladies and gentlemen. That he's done his due diligence. He's done every single possible thing he can to know the play here. And
So
hopefully
Yaxel
we're going
Lindeborg.
Mara.
Yaxel goes 11 with that pick. The OKC Thunder are now on the clock. Spam Thunder up in chat if you're here. Pick 12.
Thunder up. We've been waiting
It's
on
time.
this.
Yaxel is gone. Mara is available. All the way at 12. There was thoughts that he could go as high as 6. There was thoughts that he would go between, maybe pick 9 to Dallas. Pick 10. Mara is available at pick 12 right now. I want the Thunder to take him. Since Morez is gone, since Yaxel just went, the Thunder are on the clock, and Mara is available. Now, the scary part is Nate Ament is also available, and he seems like a prospect, folks. If you've been a Thunder fan for a long time, if you haven't been, whatever, Nate Ament looks like a typical Sam Presti love interest when it comes to the NBA draft.
Dude, I'm terrified. I'm so terrified right now.
Thunder on the clock. Here again is who is gone.
Every second feels like an hour, but
Yeah.
Sam Presti about to make his 50th pick with the franchise. So,
This
he's
one
going to put an exclamation point on this one. We need it to be
Crazy.
right.
Yeah, so here's the order of how things have gone. Here is our top prospects. All of the 1 through 4 guys are gone. And so the best available in our minds are Mara. honestly, and then from there, Dalen Swain, Cam Carr, Karam Lopez, and then we've got Ament down from there. But
dude, imagine he's on the board at 17.
The realistic result is that one of these guys, either this man or this man, is about to be a part of the roster.
Yep. It's about to happen. We're either about to get like who we consider to be like a pretty much a home run, especially like, or like I think draft V3 we had Mara at number 2. Like we liked A.J. Mara on the team, and then
7'3", 9'9" standing reach. He is a little slow, but I mean the dude is like a certified tank down low.
Yes,
without a doubt.
Sure.
And if you draft Mara to pair him with Chet, you have the best team interior rim protection in the NBA.
For sure. That's like we keep talking about the Spurs being the Wemby stopper. There's still 28 other teams that we have to play in the league, and this defensive duo would be wonderful to have to like ensure that we can get back to the San Antonio stage. So for that reason alone, very high on Mara. Also, I feel like he's an underrated passer as well. So another element that he brings to the game that'll be nice to have if we end up having it. So let's see what we got, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Thunder are on the clock. A.J. Mara is available.
And what I'm going to say is, I'm very glad
the Thunder pick is in.
Okay, well, I was just about to say, I'm very glad we didn't get the pick very quickly because that makes me think it'll be Ahmed. But then
no, the pick is in.
That was fast.
All right, really quick vibe check.
About that.
Before the Thunder's pick is announced, type 1 in the chat if you want Mara. Type 2 in the chat if you want Ahmed. Type 1 if you want Mara. Type 2 if you want Ahmed. Pick is in. The Thunder are about to make their pick.
Here we go, baby. We've been waiting on this.
The Warriors stole our sweet prince, Yaxel, from us 1 pick early. Morez Johnson is off the board. Thunder not only are on the clock, but the pick is in. Ooh.
This is nerve-wracking, I can't lie.
This is nerve-wracking. This is terrifying. All right, we have a ton of ones. Y'all want Mara. Y'all want Mara over Ahmed. I see 1, 2, and I see one of y'all bozos that typed a 3.
Who's 3 implying we're taking, man?
Yeah, bro, I don't know. We take
at least put a name in there. Give us that name.
Okay, I see our second 2 for Ahmed, but it's about 15-2 right now in favor of you guys wanting Mara as opposed to Ahmed.
Dude, what if we get to pick 17 and Ahmed's still on the board?
I mean,
then are you mad at taking him? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't hate it as much if you get him at 17. I don't think he'll be there. But if he's like more of your project player, that's a completely different story. But you want to go with a sure shot impact guy right here.
So their last time they picked at pick 12, the Thunder got J-Dub.
Pretty solid, must say.
Again, and it's going to either be Mara or Ahmed. I mean, I feel it in my soul that it's going to be one of those 2 guys. And we've heard that the Thunder like them both.
Not tripping.
Yeah,
buddy. Nikola Topic was the 12th overall pick.
Ah, okay. Well, my bad.
Yeah. All right. But hopefully this one will, go right along that J-Dub category. Hopefully our first-round pick also, we haven't mentioned this, hopefully our first-round pick plays this year. This will be the 3rd year in a row if they don't. So we'll wrap him in bubble wrap and as much tape as possible until the regular season begins.
Pick has been in for a few minutes. We want Mara, don't we?
Yes, we do.
We want Mara. If you get Mara here, this would be awesome. This would be awesome. 7'3", 9'9" standing reach. Here it is.
Drum roll.
With the 12th pick in the 2026 NBA draft.
Come on, Sam.
The Thunder take Adai Mara, baby. Let's go.
Sam Presti isn't falling for that trap, man. Let's go.
Didn't even have to trade up. The
I'm so happy.
7'3" defensive machine is on the Thunder. Adai Mara has been taken 12th by OKC.
We said if we got a Michigan guy from the Big Three without moving up, A+ start to this draft. I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy right now.
Spam welcome Mara in the chat. Spam welcome Mara. Adai Mara goes 12th to the Thunder.
Welcome to the team, big man.
Wow.
Can't wait to see how he holds down that paint. This is a huge anchor for this defense.
Wow, wow, wow. Spam welcome Mara. He fell all the way to 12, right into the Thunder's lap. And they got their guy at pick 12.
Between the mix of Hartenstein, Sorber, and now Adai Mara, we're going to have a lot of Chet Holmgren playing the 4 this year. A huge boost to our defense. An already incredible defense, but oh my goodness, the rim protection is unmatched in the NBA that we now have. So I'm ecstatic with this pick, dude. I really am.
The OKC Thunder take Adai Mara with pick 12. Wow.
W's in the chat, baby.
Wow. Wow.
We got a potential Wemby stopper. The other 28 teams, they might as well forget about even trying to score in the paint. So, this is huge for a team that has as good a perimeter defense. Now you aren't getting to the basket on OKC. I'm still in love with this pick. This is going to be an amazing addition to the team. Day 1 contributor, and that's what's important to a team that's as championship ready as the Thunder is. Day 1 contributions, and we just got that at the 12th overall pick,
so,
not even moving up.
We've done some really comprehensive deep dives on tomorrow. I want to do one right now with you because we got everybody here. About 200 people are in here. Welcome in if you just joined. The Thunder have this man right here, Adai Mara. They got him with pick 12. And the thoughts were that he could go as high as pick 6 to Brooklyn. He could go with pick 8, could go pick 9 to Dallas. The thought was that Mara was a consensus top 10 pick. All those guards went off the table. Then you had Dallas take Morez Johnson at pick 9. Burries went with 10. Yaxel went with 11. And that sets this up into your lap to take somebody who's 7'3", 260 pounds, 7'6" wingspan, 9'9" standing reach. He was in the top 5. Look at this. He, as a facilitator, Adai Mara, I would compare.
That's what I'm saying. He can pass, dude.
I would compare his passing ability and his court vision to Nikola Jokic. In just that regard, in just that singular tool. 18.6% assist percentage this past year at Michigan. That's the best all time for a 7-foot player or better in the NCAA basketball world ever. 18% assist percentage. 2.6 blocks per game, elite size, 67% field goal percentage. He can't shoot free throws, so that may be a bit of a problem. 56%. He's not going to be a stretch big. He's not going to be, you have to guard him on the perimeter. Adai Mara is going to live down low. He is an elite rim protector, an elite size presence. He's a great facilitator too, so he can fit in and facilitate the ball with whatever lineup he's in there with. He gives Chet Holmgren some relief at having to rely on being the 5. Chet can be more of a roaming 4 when Mara is out there on the floor, and it gives you now a collective best rim protecting unit in the league, easily, with Chet being the runner-up defensive player of the year, and with Mara now joining this team as well, one of the best shot blockers in the 21st century in college basketball. You have those two guys now together, along with Hartenstein, along with Sorber. This team has a lot of size now, and so you just got Mara at pick 12.
Yeah, I am just absolutely thrilled. Like you said, with this guy, just the definition of an anchor in the paint for your defense. This guy will keep that rim safe. 2.6 blocks a game. A massive, massive dude that's just going to be hunkering down there. And this allows Chet to do what he wants to do, which is roam. We saw it in game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. He wants to roam, play a little bit on the outside, play that help defense, even against guys like Wemby. And this will give him the capabilities to do that, because we could honestly play Chet Holmgren at the 4 all year with the mix of Hartenstein, Mara, Sorber. We can really utilize different lineup combinations with this team. And this guy gives us so much more flexibility as a team, and we thought we might have to trade up to get this pick, especially after what Brooklyn did last night. And you just sit pretty at 12, and you get what most people believed was going to be the first center taken in the draft. So I am very, very happy that we scoop a Daigneault at this pick. Absolutely true. A+ start to this draft.
Awesome stuff that he was able to stay there without having to trade out. The Thunder were able to keep pick 17 also in this because you didn't move up. So the Bucks are about to pick at pick 13. I fully expect for Milwaukee to go with Ament here.
And it makes sense. And we talked about them resetting their timeline. It makes so much more sense for a team like Milwaukee that can give Ament 25 minutes a night off rip to let him develop his skills in the NBA. It makes so much more sense for him to go into a situation like that compared to OKC, where you're playing very intentional minutes in an intentional role. He can kind of go out there and work on his game, you know, kind of doing what he was doing at Tennessee, just lollygagging around, chucking his shots, doing whatever. And he can, you know, we don't have to worry about selecting him, fitting him into the scheme, because we know exactly what Daigneault is going to be out there to do. So
100%.
I'm just thrilled with Sam Presti not taking the bait, man.
Didn't go with Ament. We can sleep happy. I didn't want him. You didn't want him. And when the chat, I mean, you guys spoke. Like, I said type 1 for Mara, type 2 for Ament. And there was probably 51s to 2 twos. And there was almost as many 3s as there were 2s. And 3s wasn't even a damn option.
Sorry to my pair of 2 guys out there, but this is for the best, I promise you
guys. It was. This was for the
best. And if Presti's backing what me and Ryan are saying, then that just gives me even more confidence that we were right. So.
Absolutely. We know Bull. We'll just say that Presti was watching the stream, and he said, okay, well, if those boys over at Thunder Digest say not to take Ament, then here we go. But now...
That's why the pick was in so fast.
If Ament turns into an all-star, we're going to get friggin' Secret Service outside of our door, like, telling us they got to put in a witness protection program.
But I truly believe he wouldn't really be able to reach his full potential here because he wouldn't be able to get those early minutes that he very clearly is going to need to get heavy minutes early to develop his game. And he wouldn't be able to realistically get that here. So even if he ends up being good somewhere else, I don't necessarily think OKC was the right fit for him. So
the Thunder get the guy that we put at number 5 on our absolute best prospect fits for the Thunder. I think that's great. You got a guy that was in your top 5. Awesome. Didn't have to move up. And now look at the guys that are still left. We're still waiting for the Bucks. We're still waiting for the Bucks. And then once the Bucks go, the Thunder will be 3 picks away from their next pick at 17. And you still have Dalen Swain, who I am infatuated with at that pick. If Swain is there, I would love that. I think you feel the same way that I feel about Swain as with Cameron Carr. I'm saying I think that you feel...
I like both of them. Yeah, I would be fine with walking away with either of these guys, and that's what I was going to say. Both of our guys are still so possible at 17, and we would both, like, I know we would both consensusly give this an A++ draft from Presti. Like, this would be, you didn't have to trade up to get 2 day 1 helpful pieces for your team, and this would just be absolutely phenomenal, and you just need the Bucks to kind of, someone's going to take Ament in between now and 17, I'm sure of it. So you can consider him and one of the spots in between us and us gone. So even if you get Karim Lopez, that's not a terrible pick at 17, I feel. So there's a very good possibility you're getting one of those 3 guys on the board whenever you're up next. So this is playing out beautifully for a draft that we didn't really know how it would go following pick 4. So this is phenomenal for us.
Could you imagine, though? Oh, well, here we go. Here's the pick for the Bucks.
All right.
Yeah, there's Ament. So Milwaukee takes Ament. That's a good pick for them.
That's what I'm saying. It's situational, and I think for him he would have to go to a situation like that. So I understand them doing it, and he does have upside.
Pick. Yeah.
He just looked so bad in college last year. Like, this was the guy, remember, projected to go top 5. And he slipped all the way down to 13 because of how bad he played in one single college season.
Yep.
But, I mean, the potential, if you want to take the flyer on that, I get it. But for us specifically, I just didn't want OKC to really, fall into their classic big wing trap that, they've fallen into a couple times in the past. So
I didn't want that to be...
stayed away from the dream.
Yeah, I didn't want that to be the one that you, hung your hat on with pick 12. You know what I mean?
Right. 100% agree with you right there. I have to grab a phone charger. My phone's on 1% exactly. So you keep that chat entertained.
Okay, fire.
Hopefully another pick goes through.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Charlotte's pick is up now at 14. So we got pick 14, 15, 16, and then the Thunder at 17. And there's some dudes still available on the wing, which I think the Thunder need the most now. You got your big man with Mara at 12. He fell all the way to you. And now, let me update this board for everybody. 13, Nate Ament. He goes there. Here's the updated board for how things have gone. Thunder got Mara. Ament goes at 13. Charlotte's up at 14. We have had no trades so far in this draft. No teams have moved up. No teams have moved back. It's just been straight up. Everyone's just been playing the game one-on-one.
Boom.
Yeah, so if you guys are confused, so Silvini, Manifest Love, all of you guys, if you're confused, the NBA does things very stupidly with draft trades. They don't actually acknowledge those trades as going through until like the league year resets and you have like trades fully finalized and stuff like that. So technically that is Miami's pick, but it's going to go formally in a trade to Milwaukee. And it's like, that's why you see like cursed pictures out there that's why you see cursed pictures of Cason Wallace in a Mavericks hat. That's why you saw Lively in a Thunder hat. That's why you saw SGA wearing a Hornets hat back when he got drafted. Like they don't acknowledge the trades until after they happen, which is stupid. But like that was the Bucks pick. They just have to like wait, and it's dumb. And they're the only,
they like say it's their draft rights that get traded.
They're the only league that does that. Like in the NFL, they say, "Oh, the pick has been traded. The new people making this pick are so and so." You know what I mean? That's just usually the way that it goes. But so Ament and Burries are going to go to Milwaukee, and the Thunder at pick 12. You're just coming in. I saw somebody asking for our thoughts on the pick.
Love
the
it.
Thunder got Adai Mara at pick 12. And if you had told anybody in the Thunder community that going into this draft process that you're going to get the tallest, most dominant physical specimen in the draft at pick 12, you would probably slap the hell out of somebody and say for them to stop lying to your face. Because Mara falls to 12, and those are all his measurables right there. If you're just joining in, this is the graphic I put together several weeks ago. He was number 5 on our cumulative list of prospects just because there were some other guys that I think are like definitively better. But Mara at 12 is crazy. Like absolutely crazy that you got him there. 7'6" wingspan, 7'3". He's 260 pounds, and he's got a 9'9" standing reach. Without even jumping, he can get almost to the rim. So he counters the size of Wemby. He is taller than Chet. He is bigger than Chet. And he's going to be a rebounding presence as well, average 7 rebounds a game, which in college is the equivalent of basically averaging 10 because those games are shorter. It's just the college game is a different game. But in the NBA, I mean, Mara is a 10 rebounds a game kind of guy as long as he gets the minutes. 67% from the floor. He's not going to shoot you many threes, but he's going to protect the damn paint. If it's the last thing that he does, he will fight and die to make sure that the Thunder have the best rim protection in the league.
Yeah, you're just adding another layer and like dynamic to the team that just wasn't previously there. Because like before this, Hartenstein was like our biggest, most interior imposing type of guy. Now you got a guy who's 3 inches taller than Hartenstein, a bigger wingspan, and he is just an absolute defensive machine. So while Hartenstein's kind of a do-it-all big, this guy is strictly, I mean, he's a great passer as well, but defensively, he is already at an NBA, like, contributing level. Day one, walking in, we have a guy who's going to impact this team in a positive way, and in a way that we saw we're going to have against the Spurs, be able to push Wemby away from the basket, as the Knicks did, and we now have a guy who will directly impact that. And like we said, for the other 28 teams, forget about scoring in the paint. With Chet, with this guy, you might as well just take as many threes as you can get up in 48 minutes and hope they go in.
Yeah. Mara is Chet 2.0. Respectfully, I disagree in every way.
I don't think he just doesn't have the like.
Yeah,
Chet was almost like more of a dynamic, bigger wing. Like Chet likes to put the ball on the floor offensively. Chet is more mobile on defense. You're gonna see Mara really kind of hunker down in the paint. Where we see with Chet that he likes to get outside, likes to roam, likes to play help side defense. Namely, he's kind of like Anthony Davis in that way. Where even when Anthony Davis, like he hates playing center. Anthony Davis wants to roam, play help side defense. That's how I see Chet. Whereas Mara, he is going to anchor himself in that paint and make sure you do not get near the basket. And that is an entirely different defensive element that he's bringing. And it's a good thing for our team, for, just the depth of it as well, that we can, combo him with Sorber. There's so many more different combinations that we're going to have this year in the front court that weren't available to us last year. So I'm super, super excited to see how the next year Thunder team is coming.
No, I'm excited for it too. And I mean, I see there's some of y'all that don't like it. Here's the Hornets pick at 14. Let's see what that is. Hornets, Hannes Steinbach. Or Hannes Steinbach.
Good player, but it doesn't affect us because we weren't going to draft 2 bigs. But he's a good player. He's a good pick. They definitely need to go big, so.
This is setting up perfect for what I want right now.
We're going to have our... What if it comes down to him choosing between our 2 guys?
He better listen to me. I mean, straight up. He better listen to me. He better listen to me with Swain.
We need that 3-point shooting element. And like we both know, he's sitting in the back room right now listening to this. Sam Presti. I know more ball. It's just a little bit, but I have the edge, and we need Cameron Carr. But if we get Swain, if your heart's with it, Sam, go for it, man. I think Swain would also be a great addition to the team.
Yeah. I don't. Someone said it looks like you're streaming on a calculator, Gabriel. I don't know why your camera is so grainy. Like
my camera's fine. It's the connection to the stream. My camera
so
fine.
let me explain this. So we have like because we're not in the same city, like we're in different places, and so we like connect to each other through a server, go to OBS, and then to our stream. And I think it's something with our like server that we use to connect our video and audio together that it's just like, it's just saying, nah, bro, like the lights are too bright. Like turn those lights off.
It couldn't handle the heat of all you guys in the stream.
So for some reason, Gabriel looks cooked today, but you know what? It's fine.
See what it be. I'm just happy. I'm going to be honest. I'm just happy we haven't had any lag or disconnections. I mean, I'm going to knock on wood real quick. But now, honestly, I'm just happy that we've had a good quality connection for most of the stream. So,
bro, oh my God. Manifest Love said about these dudes that are trolling Mara. He said, these trolls these are troll OKC fans. I smell them through my phone. That's crazy. That's crazy.
What do they smell? Let me know what they smell like. I bet they smell kind of stink.
My thing is like... My thing is, like, how can you say that? Hold on, sorry, I was looking at something.
Oh, we are lagging? I didn't even know we're lagging. My fault.
Like, how can you say that Mara is Chet 2.0? Like, they don't even play remotely close to the same.
No, I 100% agree.
Like, they're completely different. They're completely different players.
Yeah, they don't even move the same. Like, Chet is essentially just a really big wing. Like, and he can play anchor on defense. Like, offensively, like, they couldn't be more farther apart on the offensively.
And in their defensive strengths too. Like, Chet is a good roaming defender, and Mara is gonna just be like, the cat and fucking DeMarcus Cousins meme.
Oh yeah.
Like that's gonna be Mara's type.
Getting his whole soul into backing him down.
Like, bro's a crisp 260, like 270. Like, bro, he is a stonewall in the damn paint.
Yeah. I'm really, really happy with that addition. We got like a little Mark Eaton action going on.
Fire.
Straight shot blocking god.
Yeah. So Thunder got Mara at pick 12, and now you are 2 picks away from being on the clock again at pick 17. If you look at the prospects we have as our most desirable, both numbers 6 and 7, my favorite guy potentially at 17 and Gabriel's favorite guy potentially at 17, they're both still there.
I hope you know, if they're both on the board and one of them gets picked and Presti's back in one of us, that just means like we got the upper hand in bragging rights.
Oh,
so.
for sure. No, absolutely it does.
It's going to be a little competition action going on if they're both on the board.
I've been on the Dalen Swain train for the last 2 months, 2.5 months, somewhere around there. And you've been hyping up Cam Carr for about the same amount of time. And, we like them both, equally. I think Cam Carr plays somewhat similar basketball to Isaiah Joe, just probably a bit better
defensively.
Yeah, defensively, he's not going to be the liability that Isaiah Joe kind of got his unfortunate reputation of. And Dalen Swain is a wing that can create his own shot, kind of like J-Dub. I don't think he's as good of a defender, though. That may be his one thing that's kind of a little bit more iffy. But here's the profile on Swain. Self-created offense, 17 points a game, almost 18 points a game at Texas, 6'10" wingspan, crazy vertical, 20 years old, top percentile in pick and roll offense, in self-isolation offense, transition rate. So he's good in self-creation and getting up and down the floor, which is literally exactly what the Thunder need.
That's the one thing I would agree with you on, and why I would not at all mind if we take Swain, is he's a very good transition player. And OKC is at their best when they're turning defense into offense. They're getting steals, running the floor, just running you out the building, essentially. Not letting you get your defense set. And he probably would be a little bit more attuned to that. But that almost is why I want Carr, is because our weakness is half court, and I feel like his abilities as a shooter would better address our weaknesses. But if you get a guy who plays to your team's strengths, no complaints from me as well. I would be fine with either of these guys, truly.
So I want one of those two.
2 picks standing in between us and them. So
we'll see what the Bulls do at 15. Their pick is in. Mara is on set for the ESPN coverage right now, and he's sitting there with Windhorse and stuff like that right now, so that's pretty cool. Get to see Mara in his OKC hat.
Fits in well.
Yes, it does. I hope that it works out. His athleticism and his side-to-side, his quickness, that'll be the biggest test. But, long term, you would hope that he can take... I'm looking at what he's saying right now. You would think that, maybe this means that Hartenstein's not long term.
I was also thinking that this pick does kind of make me feel there's a better chance, because I was leaning more the way this offseason's been trending that Hartenstein is gonna stay, and now this kind of does make me think, oh, maybe they will kind of try to pivot from there and use that as their way to leverage the salary cap for the next few years. But then, you're left with the situation of then Joe might stay. It's just a whole domino effect. So this 17 pick is also going to let us know what we're thinking about that. But I also think that, maybe it does kind of make us pivot away from Hart, the combination of him and Sorber that we have now.
Yeah. We'll see. This Bulls pick is going to tell us a lot, too, because if Swain or Carr don't get taken here, there's a guarantee, again, that one of them is available for you at 17.
Yep. 100%. So
Chicago.
We're gonna see what they do.
Chicago went. We'll pull this back up again. Chicago had pick 4, and they took Caleb Wilson. There's a. Do we think there's a chance that? I think they're gonna go with either one of those two wings that we want, or they may go with Phylon at 15, maybe.
Phylon. I also think Lopez. This is kind of Lopez territory where someone might take that flyer. So that would also be kind of nice to have. That pick taken off the board. I wouldn't mind him being on our team. Presti does like his international.
All right, well, here we go. Let's find out. Chicago Bulls, their selection. Damn it, man. Swain's off the fucking board.
God damn, dude.
Fuck.
Well, he's in Chicago now. He gets to hoop with Giddey at least. Thunder in spirit.
Man.
Right.
Dalen Swain goes 15.
First non-lotto pick.
Fuck, man. Come on.
Ryan's guy has bit the dust, unfortunately. He's out of the race. He's out of the running. His horse is gone.
Damn. This may set it up to be Lopez.
This gives us, well, that means we at least will have the chance to draft either Lopez or Carr. So we'll see kind of if we're just leaning wing in general based off that. So
Yeah, damn, that sucks though. Yeah, I gotta plug my computer in. Hold on, y'all. Okay.
I did want Swain to be on the board. I did want him as an option for us. So that does kind of suck. But.
Damn it, man. SEC newcomer of the year, 18 points a game. Such a good ISO scorer, pick and roll scorer. Bulls got themselves one, I think.
Yep. I'm seeing LeBaron Philon for Thunder. 17 on the chat from some of you guys. I mean, shot creator, he can shoot. I don't hate it. I don't really necessarily love going guard over wing here specifically. I kind of feel like wing is more of a need to address area because you shipped out Wiggins. Because I think Joe and or Dort are the next two that are going to leave. So you're going to be getting rid of another wing. I kind of think that because of that, they're going to attempt to replace the wing as well. So we shall see.
Yep. If not Carr, who do you want? Graves? I mean,
I don't mind Graves.
It'll just depend on what happens now. So on our list, Carr is still there. Lopez is still there. Quaintance is still there. Philon is still there. Graves still there.
I don't think they would walk out with Mara and Quaintance. Even though I do like Quaintance, I just don't think they walk away.
They don't need it now.
And then honestly, that front court gets too loaded if that's the case as well. Unless you're planning on letting Hart go, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they don't need it now. So, I mean, it's Carr, Lopez, Graves. One of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get the chance to draft Carr or Lopez, so I would prefer you take if only one of them's on the board, you go with whoever's left. Obviously, I'm a Carr guy, so if he's on the board, that's very much who I want to walk out of here with. But one pick standing in between us and greatness.
Yep, Grizzlies are on the clock, and so once the Thunder make their next pick here at 17, we are gonna end the stream, and we're gonna both get started on our videos. Breaking down these two players. So stay on the lookout for our videos that'll be coming out tonight on pick 12 with Mara, and then whoever the Thunder end up being able to get with pick 17 here coming up. So, I mean, unless you guys want us to stay alive for longer, like let us know if you guys want us to stay alive through the rest of the first round. Like, we could probably make something like that happen. I mean, the Thunder won't have any more picks here in the first round, but like if you guys want us to stay alive or if you'd rather us kind of get started on these videos, we can have some in-depth breakdowns on the two guys the Thunder have by later tonight. So, again, we know that Mara is on board.
Yes, sir.
12. Grizzlies have a minute left on their clock, and the Thunder will be on the clock.
That assures that this draft is a very positive draft just from the Mara pick alone. Yes. And we're not going to double up on bigs. There's just no way we go with an acquaintance here. So we're going to get another like positional kind of need with 17, which is what I was hoping we would do. So very, very happy with how this draft is shaking out.
Yeah. Realistically, it looks like you're going to end up with your two biggest needs, which is a big man and a wing player.
Yeah, I think I said like almost an hour ago at this point. I said if you walk out with Mara at 12 and then Carr at 17, it's the A double plus. So
yeah,
sticking right with those guns, and hopefully that is what we see in just about 5-10 minutes here.
Grizzlies pick is in.
Who gets to go suffer in Memphis?
So we're hoping it's not Carr. Like, you want Carr to be waiting there at 17, right?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, fire.
They grab a Lopez, something like that. That'd be completely. I mean, I would prefer that Lopez is like the option on the board, if not. But if they take Lopez, that assures that it gives us another additional chance to get Carr because Presti won't get his international temptation going.
So okay, Wahoo. I know you don't like the Mara pick. Can I just give you a case study or a quick example right now that I'm going to mention in our video, and I'll break it down more. I know that you think Mara is going to be a liability for us against Wemby. thing number one, there's 28 other teams out there to worry about. Thing number two.
That's the biggest thing in my opinion.
Thing number two, I present to you what did the Knicks have defensively down low, and who's somebody that Wemby struggled with in their regular season meetings and in the finals. Somebody that is massively, like, bunch of size, kind of slow. Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, did you see him literally get the board over Wemby whenever
To
they had
secure the
yeah,
game.
to secure an NBA championship?
Yes.
He just bullied Wembanyama and got the offensive rebound.
All right,
Mind
so
you, they had
here's-
Cornette on the floor as well, and they still got that rebound because of Mitchell Robinson. So size works against Wembanyama.
The Grizzlies just took Bennett Sturts. Wow.
I don't think you're supposed to go. I don't think you're supposed to go quite. Okay.
So
I mean,
Cam Carr is available for the Thunder.
okay. My guy's there. So let's see if we take advantage and hit this A double plus draft that I was hoping for an hour ago before the stream
Wow.
even started. Really, it is possible that we walk out with a great draft.
So Bennett Sturts out of Iowa goes 16. And now with that, let me pull it up. Not that one. This one. The OKC Thunder are on the clock once again with pick 17.
He's there. The
Spam
man is
Thunder up
there.
in chat. Let me know who you guys
Gonna
want.
be-
Cam
It's either going
Carr
to
is
be one
there.
of Carr, Lopez, or Phylon Jr. So it's going to be one of those three guys that Presti's going to take here. I'm hoping for Carr. Let's see what we get done. Let's see if the pick goes in like a minute like last time.
Something's
Back to the
happening
pressure.
here. Oh! Oh my gosh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shams bomb.
Oh my God.
Memphis is trading Bennett
trade.
Sturts to the Thunder for 2 second-round picks. Whoa!
So that was why. So we basically traded Aaron Wiggins for Ben Sturts.
Yes. Bennett Sturts is
Okay.
coming to OKC. And the Thunder are on the
Now-
clock again?
What
Whoa!
is this man? What is this man?
Oh my gosh.
This I
17?
had there could have been 1,000 possible scenarios that I might have expected. This was not
Holy
one of them.
Whoa. Okay, so wait.
Wow.
Memphis will draft number 17 now via OKC. So the Grizzlies get 2 second-round picks and swap number 16 for number 17. So the Thunder traded up.
Now I'm confused. So I'm so confused now because they were taking Bennett Sturts. We got word and we're certain they were taking Bennett Sturts. We could have just drafted him with the next pick.
Whoa. So
Whoa. Wow.
So the Thunder get Bennett Sturts.
Not at all on my radar. I really did not see that coming. I'm going to
We
be
had
100% honest.
We had him at number 14 on our top 15 prospects. What?
This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. The guy from Iowa.
That is insane.
You could have told me 1,000 things would have happened this draft, and I would have been like, okay, I can see that. This was one I would have never ever seen this coming.
So,
Presti,
yeah, 17's
cooking
off the
or
board.
not, chat? Is he cooking or is he not?
Yeah, what do we think of this?
But so did we know that the Grizzlies were gonna pick Sturts, or do we just want to burn 2 seconds?
I don't know.
Like,
that is crazy to me.
I was not ready for that, dude. And my guy's on the board, man. I'm kind of sad.
So we're not still picking. The Thunder traded their pick, and they got Bennett Sturts.
Is this an impressed we trust type of thing, man? Or is this a? Because I didn't see this. Time.
that I did not expect that at all. So we are not still picking at 17. That pick goes to Memphis.
I want to see who they pick with this pick.
That's crazy. So Bennett Sturts,
I did not expect this at all.
From Iowa,
because
6'4", 180 pound guard who has a good jump shot, 40% 3-point shooter. So he's a good shooter. He's not a wing. He's a guard. He was a point guard. And Gabriel's going to break this down even more, but this was one that wasn't even really on our radar. Like he visited the Thunder. He visited during that draft process, and I guess Presti loved him. I mean, he traded up, got rid of pick 17 plus 2 second-round picks that are still undisclosed at this time. I mean, it very well could have been that you just gave them the picks that you got for Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah, but does that mean that like you caught wind that the Grizzlies were taking him at 16 and you're like, oh, that was the guy we wanted. We have no other intentions of grabbing anyone else at 17, so we're going to give away 2 more picks to make sure we can get up one spot to get this guy because we don't like anybody else nearly as much at 17. That's what I'm getting out of this. That we didn't like anybody else nearly as much that we were willing to burn that. And then we caught wind of the Grizzlies taking him 1 pick earlier. I'm very baffled by this. I'm not gonna lie. This is very shocking.
He was a senior, born in 03, which means he's 23 years old, or soon to be in October. So when he makes his NBA debut, he'll be 23 years old. He pretty much followed Ben McCollum, the head coach for Iowa. He pretty much followed him around through his places because Ben McCollum was at the D2 level, went to Drake, and then went to Iowa, and Bennett Sturts followed him everywhere that he went. So he's just a Ben McCollum guy. Perimeter shooting is a strength. Pick and roll playmaking is a strength. I mean, I don't know how great of a defender he is. Like that's another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's more of an offensive guy. He's an offensive guy that the defense may need to come around on. I don't know. I mean, the jury's going to be out on this.
I mean, yeah. And I'm looking at it now. My guy Cameron Carr shoots the 3 ball at a higher percentage, scores just barely. He scores under a point less a game. He averages 2 stocks a game. This like a real 3-and-D guy, 6'5" from Cameron Carr that you could have got, not moving. And like I just feel like he rebounds better. Just very interesting that Bennett Sturts was the guy that Presti had his eyes on for this pick. That he was willing to make the move, not look at anybody else at 17. That I just did not see this.
I didn't either. I didn't see that coming whatsoever. I mean, yeah, completely gagged by that. To be honest with you.
Well, I would say I think this means that Joe is the next man out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean,
because this guy is also not much of a defender.
Yeah, you just got another tall, offensive-centric guard / maybe wing. I don't know if you can even really call him that. Like, I mean, this is just Isaiah Joe. But cheaper, right? Like, I mean, that's what you just got. So here, let me look at the NBA draft pick valuations. Because Isaiah Joe making about $11 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's probably walking making.
They have values for these.
Yeah.
So the year 1 salary for pick
3.
The year 1 salary for pick 16 is 4.8. So that would be.
Oh, that's higher than I thought it'd be.
That would be
That
would be like a $6 million to $7 million pay cut that you're able to save by getting rid of Joe and adding on Sturts. And interesting, the Grizzlies didn't even go with Cam Carr at 17 in the Thunder's original spot. They just drafted. Let me see. Oh gosh, never mind.
Stanford. Corey
so
Stanford.
They didn't even take that. They didn't even take. The Grizzlies traded again. So the Grizzlies traded back from 16 to 17, and they just traded back from 17 to 21. So the Pistons just took Okori.
That actually makes way more sense to the Pistons, I will say. I was very confused of why the Grizzlies just took him. But, dude, the Grizzlies are making out like bandits in this draft.
So the Grizzlies
Boozer, you're
just
getting trade back on trade back. This is a great draft.
The Grizzlies just moved from pick 16 now to pick 21, and they also snagged 5 second-round picks in total from the Thunder and the Pistons. They got 5 second-rounders by moving back 5 spots.
It's a great deal. They made out very well.
Jeez.
One of them got to be decent. Right, you got 5 seconds. You can even flip those. So, wow. Very intriguing.
That's crazy. So the Thunder, to wrap it all up, and we'll stay on for another 5-10 minutes just to kind of get this all figured out.
Yes.
I'll put up.
One second, I'll do something.
So here you go. Let me make sure I got the right one. Not that one. This one right here. Okay. So the Thunder get Mara and Sturts. Those are your final selections in round 1. The Thunder still. Well, actually, we don't know. Hold on. I need to see.
They have. Was 37 traded in that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did the Thunder include pick 37?
Or do they give them straight Wiggins picks? Because that was 20, 30, and 32, if I'm not mistaken. So.
And also, with all of this, I feel like this secures that the Thunder are for sure trading away Joe, which we figured was going to be next.
Yes.
Like we figured Isaiah Joe was going to be gone. And now, I wonder about the future of Isaiah Hartenstein. Like, you know what I mean? Genuinely.
You're right.
Like, genuinely. Because you just got Mara. You've got Sorber coming in, who's healthy, and he's 6'10". He's a little bit shorter than Hartenstein. Hartenstein's like 7 foot on a good day, 6'10", 6'11" on a bad day. So like Hartenstein was going to be worth $28 million. And if you are wanting to open up long-term money for Cason Wallace, and you're wanting to keep as many guys together as you can, there is a path out there that exists now, Gabriel, where the Thunder move on from Joe and also move on from Hart and then keep Dort around, but then figure out what they're going to do with Wallace because Wallace wants to start.
No kidding, he should
and
want
if
to
Dort
start.
If Dort stays, I mean, like, you would want him to come off the bench, but Lou Dort's never come off the bench. You know what I mean? Like, that's not been his thing. So
it doesn't. Okay,
either that or the Thunder just go ultra. They just go ultra money dump this offseason, and you get rid of Dort, Hart, Joe, and Wiggins. And if you get rid of all 4 of those guys, that would be what? Let's see, $9 million plus $11 million. That's 20.
18
plus 28 plus 28, which is 48 plus 18. 66 million. You shed 66 million off your payroll, and you go from being 28 million above the second apron to being nearly 30 million below the second apron. Like, I mean, I guess you could have done that. Like, maybe that ends up being what you do.
I mean, it's possible, but this draft has really changed like my perspective on Lou Dort specifically and their plans for him, right? Because you're drafting bigs on defense. It's telling me. And you drafted another guard that isn't known as the defender. So it's telling me that you're thinking that you're keeping Lou Dort around for perimeter defense, which, I mean, we talked about it. Cason Wallace needs to be starting if it's one or the other. And Lou Dort, entering his prime at 27 years old, he's coming up on what will guaranteed, 27 years old, guaranteed be his biggest payday in the NBA. Because after this contract, he'll be on the other side, the wrong side of 30. And he started every game for the last 3 years. So unless he's restructuring and taking less money and a bench role, going into his prime years at 27 years old, taking a step back onto the bench, taking a pay cut, like that's not a business decision, though. That's an emotionally charged decision, in my opinion. And I'm just saying that that's on the bright side of saying that Cason Wallace would be starting and Lou Dort would be hitting the bench. Because the alternative is they keep Cason Wallace on the bench. He's going to leave. He will leave the team after this year. If you commit to Lou Dort, Cason Wallace is going to leave. And this is not like that's not the direction that I thought this team would go. If you would have went with a guy like Carr, who like I could see as like maybe like he's a 3-and-D guy, he could be like a Lou Dort replacement. It would have made more sense that Lou Dort was hitting Dort. But you draft a big interior presence on defense, and you draft an offensive-minded guard. It just really shakes up my like view of what this team's offseason plans were, and I'm very carefully treading the waters here because I don't necessarily want them to make the wrong choice. Is what I'm going to say.
So I'm curious to see what other people are using as NBA comps for Bennett Sturts, just because I like to do that. And some people are stupid about this. I see one that gives a comparison to Landry Shamet. I see another one.
Well.
I see another one that gives a comparison to Peyton Pritchard. So I mean that's not the worst.
I thought my initial thought was Bradley Beal. My initial thought is best case scenario he turns into Bradley Beal.
Oh, I mean that would be like
obviously not like nowadays Bradley Beal. That's what I'm saying. Whereas like even then, like that's still a guy that doesn't really impact half of the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? And OKC's always a team that just surprised me because OKC's always a team that puts defense first. And
another one
for them to trade up to grab a guy that, to grab a guy who's not really defensively minded, another guard that you're gonna have to integrate into the lineup, like, and that just really makes me think that they really plan on keeping Lou Dort.
Yeah. Let's see. What are y'all saying? Really disappointing to see us get two of the most unathletic players in this draft at their position.
That's not even a terrible take, dude.
Yeah, like Mara's a specialist, and Sturts. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Sturts wasn't even on my radar for the Thunder to take. Like I know he's a good player. Like I watched very little of his film. Here, let me turn you down a bit so that people can hear it better. I heard very little. Like I watched very little of Sturts' film. So I don't know a ton about him. Like, honestly, I really don't. But I thought for sure you were going to go with one of those wings. Carr was there, and they traded up to go get Sturts, and they traded a couple of second-round picks as well. So, I mean, I'm excited to see your deep dive into Bennett Sturts because you're going to learn a lot about him.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait, man. But my thing is, like, even him, like, he kind of, like, fills the role of, like, my closest comp to him on our team right now is like a Jared McCain, who I felt like was going to be a riser in his role, especially with Wiggins gone. He was going to be the guy who really steps up. We thought Joe was going to be out. I thought he was going to really be able to take over that type of role on the team. And now you have a guy who I kind of see as the same archetype as offensively minded, smaller guard. Defense, you kind of got to hide him a little bit. You kind of have to have strong defenders on the floor when he's out there. And I mean, are they going to play at the same time? Are they going to be rotating those two on and off? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how he fits into the dynamics of the lineup because he's an offensive guy. Is he going to be able to play with the ball in his hands as a guard? Is he going to be an off-ball type of guy like with AJ Mitchell? There's a lot of questions that I have for how he was going to fit. Whereas, once again, I'm going to say it, I just saw Cam Carr as such a seamless transition and fit into the team. And mind you, we traded up one pick to get Bennett Sturts, so that was the guy that Presti wanted. So very, very interested in the thought process going on behind the scenes here.
Yeah, very much so. So I'm going to do a deep dive into Mara and his fit with the rotation in the lineup. And Gabriel's going to do one on Bennett Sturts, who the Thunder traded up one pick for from 17 to 16, gave away 2 second-round picks as well. And again, I've been trying to look around to see which second-round picks they were. Because if one of them is pick 37 from this year, then the Thunder are done.
We're done, yeah.
But we don't know.
Yeah. Then the thing with the second pick is you could always, like, make room on the two-way roster, whether it be Barnheiser. Like, so you could make room on a two-way roster for that fit. So that person wouldn't really have to be necessarily indicative of another person leaving. But this tells me that they're planning on keeping somebody, and I don't think it's Hartenstein with the pick of Mara, with the bigs that they have in the front court. I would be very interested. I'm very interested to see how the rest of this offseason goes, and you guys should be as well, because this offseason, it is very, very far from over. I'm just
so
say that.
a date that you guys need to have in the front of your minds is June 29th. Because
that Dort player
June
option?
June 29th is the deadline for team options. So Dort and Hartenstein both are in that department.
Mm-hmm.
And when Dort was the one that we considered to be most likely to go, the Thunder end up getting Mara, who I think in a perfect world you would slot in maybe as the starting 5. But if you keep Hartenstein around, Mara's going to come off the bench, right? And so if you can get Hartenstein to negotiate down $5 to $8 million, then I mean that'll save you a lot of money, and you can keep Hartenstein around for a couple of years. But if not, I mean the money saving move that Presti may be looking at would be that you get Hartenstein out the door because of his contract, and then you just say, okay, Mara, like the keys are yours. But I would have thought that the most obvious keep was going to be Hartenstein between the two of him and Dort. Now I feel a little bit less certain about that with the way that things went. And I'm not saying the Thunder should have done anything differently at 12. Like Mara fell into your lap at pick 12. You didn't have to trade up. A guy who seemed like a consensus top 9, he goes to you at 12. You took the guy that we wanted him to take at that time, right? And so then you get Sturts at 17 or at 16, and that creates some more complications as well now that I'm sure you'll get into in your video. But I mean, just this opens the door for a lot of questions, and I don't think this was a bad draft for the Thunder. Like I think this was a good draft. Like I think getting Mara was fantastic, A+, and I think Sturts is going to be one that we all have to wait and see on. Obviously, Presti had him in for a visit. Presti liked what he saw, what he heard. He likes and trusts that vision, so he traded up a spot to get Sturts. He saw something he liked. I think we all got to respect that from the best GM in pro sports. So there you go.
Yeah, no, you said it perfectly. It's just that it really does murk up for the rest of this offseason what's going to happen with this roster. And like you said, I see it much more possible that Lou Dort would try to take a pay cut to stay with the team. But that really, really, really murks up the starting lineup of the team, the playing, the minutes of the younger guys who are clearly up and coming, namely Cason Wallace. So I'm going to be talking about that a bunch in my video. I'm assuming mine will come out tomorrow morning. You can get number 12 out tonight if that works for you.
Yeah, that works. So I'll get
okay,
Mara. Yeah, I'll get Mara out as soon as possible, and you'll get the Sturts one out tomorrow morning.
Yep, that sounds like a plan for me. And then, yeah, the rest of this team, it does really put the rest of the offseason, namely the team options that we're going to pick up, decline, and restructure into question. Because I was of the impression that it was very high likelihood and made the most sense, / makes the most sense to sign and trade Lou Dort. Pick up that team option because his skills are needed elsewhere for $18 million a year. Like a lot of teams would, no question, hand Lou Dort $18 million for that type of perimeter defense.
For sure.
And we're going to have to see if that's no longer the case and if he's going to try to knock his contract down in his prime negotiating time. This is also a guy, mind you, he signed with Clutch Sports earlier this year. So it seemed like he was gearing up to try to go get himself a new deal. And the Rich Paul correlation, Lakers, there's a lot of rumors that the Lakers wanted him, you know, Rich Paul, all that. And now it's just looking like I just don't know if that's still the vision for the team and Presti for this offseason, what they're planning to put on that court for game 1 next year.
So Cam Carr still hasn't been taken, and the Spurs are on the clock.
Wait, really? That would really suck if my guy goes to the Spurs, because I'd have to, immediately not screw with him. But
so Christian Anderson.
That's a good pick. I like that pick.
Christian Anderson is going to Charlotte. Allen Graves got picked by Toronto. And now
That's
the
not
Spurs.
bad. I feel like they have a little bit of those.
And now the Spurs are on the clock, and they could get Carr, Karam Lopez, or LeBaron Philon.
You know the 3 people that I said we would take one of the 3 guaranteed. Remember I said that like 20 minutes ago that we were going to take one of those 3 players. And here we are. We traded up didn't take any of those 3 players. I just Spurs are picking 20th still. A few picks after that, we could have traded back and still had these guys. And yeah, even Vylon, dude, I felt like maybe would have been a better pick than Sturts personally. But I'm gonna have to make a video on the guy, so I'm gonna have to get real familiar with him after this. So maybe I'll have a change of heart. We'll see. But that video will be out tomorrow for you guys. We're gonna let Ryan's cook for a little bit, obviously. So make sure you check his out. That'll be out tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go do my research on Bennett Sturts because he literally was not on my radar for us to pick very much. I thought about he was on our big board at what 14? You said?
Yeah, he was 14
Is that where he
on our
was?
big board.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't look into him nearly as much as the prospects that were available, that we had around 7, 8, those spots on our list that we really looked into, really wanted, and grew an attachment to hopefully being an OKC uniform, and that just didn't come to fruition for Sam's vision. You know what I'm saying? Trading up one pick, grab Bennett Sturts. So he clearly saw something that he's very high on in the guy. Maybe I'll see when I take my look. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. So I mean, there you have it. That's kind of how things went. Spurs are picking now, pick 20. Thunder, as of now, we're going to continue to be on the clock at 37. We'll kind of monitor that, but we're going to sign off for now. We've been live for 2 hours on the dot, and I'm going to get started on this Mara breakdown, and Gabriel's going to get started on this Bennett Sturts breakdown. So there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Thunder officially select Mara at pick 12 and Bennett Sturts at pick 16 after trading up one spot, giving up pick 17 and 2 second-round picks to get their guard out of Iowa, who had a 40% three-point percentage this past year. So, yeah, that's all we got. But we're going to start on these breakdowns for you guys. Appreciate you all for tuning in. We're going to head on out of here. Appreciate all the love. See y'all boys and girls
Thunder Nation
later.
was fantastic hanging out with you guys. Hope to catch you in our next videos.
Fire.